What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have a couple of things to discuss. We have an article basically discussing crypto legend creates the next Bitcoin, as well as some discussions on Ripple and XRP, as well as Litecoin. We're then going to discuss the coin market cap, as well as Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and some Verge graphing and charting. So if any of that sounds interesting to you guys, definitely make sure to stick around to the end of the video. We're also going to be, discussing a 10,000, subscriber giveaway. So that any of that sounds interesting, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, before we begin the coin market cap, yes, I did say a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. We are right around the corner to hitting 8,000 subscribers and probably hitting 10,000 subscribers within the next month or two, which is huge, guys. It actually means a lot to me that you guys are so supportive of the channel, and that means I have to obviously give back to you. So I will be doing a giveaway either for some Crypto TV merchandise or obviously some cryptocurrency as well. Probably some Litecoin or Bitcoin. I might even do both. Yeah, definitely let me know down below what you guys think. Otherwise, let's jump into the current coin market cap. As you guys can see, we have a market of 140 compared to yesterday's 139. That means markets are up. Bitcoin dominance is actually staying fairly even with where it was yesterday. And then we see 24-hour volume at 30.2. So we're actually seeing a decrease in volume, which is an indication that we're not really seeing much movement at all. Yes, we are seeing the markets up, but really not seeing them up by much. So scrolling down, you can see out of these top 10 cryptocurrencies, like I said, out of the 10, only one is down, Tether, being a stable coin itself. A lot of you guys watched yesterday's video, me discussing Tether as a coin to store value in, or crypto. I feel like a lot of you guys misinterpreted what I was referring to. I just mean Tether being a stable coin, not one to invest long-term in. But if you were doing short-term swing trading and, you were going to invest, you invest every week or so buying and selling out, instead of converting it and liquidating into fiat currency, you could hold it in Tether for that time being and then, convert that into whatever other cryptocurrency you wanted. But obviously do as you will with that. It was just an opinion because a lot of you guys, well, some of you guys on the channel are new to cryptocurrency, don't know that Tether is a stablecoin. Others are much more advanced. So I do have a very diverse community, which is totally fine with me. That is why we do some of the things we do. Otherwise, looking at these top 10 cryptocurrencies, most of them, like I said, it's in a day of consolidation. We did see a little bit of a pullback yesterday and the day prior, which we did see a lot of red on the board, but we're really seeing more of a stable, flatline market, which still is an indication to me that something big is around the corner. Litecoin still holding number 4, just slightly below $60. Bitcoin at 4,035, slightly above the $4,000 barrier. Cardano is up 10%, and majority of the market is in green. It's Digibyte actually, wow, taking a massive leap, up 15%. We did just discuss Digibyte, I believe, a couple of days ago, but otherwise, market does seem to be very, very, very well. Really no complaints all around. It's pretty much a consolidation standpoint. Otherwise, guys, if you did want to take advantage of the market where you guys are in and did want to make a little bit of Bitcoin, there is an exchange that I am partnered with. It is called ABRA. Second link in the description. Basically, all you got to do is sign up to the app and then deposit $5 USD, and they will send you $25 of free Bitcoin as part of their promotion. It does help support the channel, so I do, I really appreciate it, as well as all those who have taken advantage of it, all like 130 of you guys. That is huge, and I do sincerely appreciate it. So, otherwise, let's move on into the article. So, obviously doing my research for today's episode, I did come across an article on Daily Hodl discussing Crypto Legend, who created the next Bitcoin potentially. So I did kind of want to go into a little more in depth as to what exactly he is talking about. And maybe you guys are familiar with this, I don't know. But basically there is a team building the cryptocurrency called Elixir, and it has released a new video outlining what it says their platform's key advantages are over Bitcoin and competing digital assets. Supposedly, or Elixir was founded by a digital money pioneer called David Chaum, a cryptographer. That's a new word for, I guess, they created since crypto was around, a cryptographer who developed an anonymous digital currency called eCash in 1983. I've actually never heard about that. I wonder if you guys have. You guys are a little older than me. Around the same time the internet was invented, a quarter of a century before Bitcoin, which is interesting. According to Chaum, his new cryptocurrency will power 750,000 transactions transactions per second and feature anonymous transactions and quantum resistance. Elixir is also designed to remain secure against the large-scale attacks of the nation. That's actually sounds quite intriguing and interesting if you ask me. You know, he's a pretty well-known guy within the crypto space, and you know, we'll see exactly how far Elixir, you know, decides to go, what it will be trading at, and we'll definitely keep you posted on the channel. Otherwise, he said what we've been able to do is actually meet these requirements completely, and that is because of two fundamental breakthroughs in cryptography that took me quite a lot of effort. The way our blockchain works is a little different from others in that we have a team of nodes that are producing each block instead of a single node. And so when a team is scheduled to operate the network and produce a block, it has already done a lot of work in advance to prepare this for real-time operation. So it can very rapidly process the messages through, indicating that means that we're going to see more transactions to be able to be held per minute or per, compared to Bitcoin, which can only handle so much. Elixir can potentially, you know, replace that. In September of last year, Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen announced his involvement as a seed investor in this project. According to Crunchbase, Larsen invested $5 million, which is pretty big if you ask me. But for a company like Ripple, they probably do have a ton of wealth to invest in different currencies. Otherwise, some XRP news for you XRP hodlers out there. XRP's presence as a base pair and expanding on the Canadian crypto exchange CoinField. The exchange says it plans to pair 130 new coins with the digital asset. So that's actually quite interesting to see that much more people are accepting that. Lastly, in terms of Litecoin, which I know a lot of you guys are here for, Litecoin creator Charlie Lee joins the latest episode of Magical Crypto Friends, a monthly crypto talk show. I'm definitely gonna have to check this out. This edition looks at Binance's new decentralized exchange, JP Morgan Coin, Facebook Coin, and the latest on the Lightning Network Torch. So I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. I've never heard of Magical Crypto Friends, but I guess it's on YouTube, so I will check out that video probably after this recording. But otherwise, guys, jumping into the chartings for you guys, we do have a lot of chartings to do, so I do want to keep the episode quite short, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins to go through. Otherwise, to make things short and sweet, Litecoin looks very, very, very nice compared to where it was yesterday. I did say yesterday it was going to be probably around the bottom of its support. So basically, we did pretty much test the bottom and we're going to head up. I didn't think we were going to pull back any lower. You know, if we did, it was going to be quite shocking to me. I still do think we need to pull back down ever some due to the fact that we are nearing an overbought market on the RSI. But for the most part, trading out sideways, the market looks beautiful. And if history repeats itself, you can see the kind of staircase type of movement Litecoin continues to do. So the next movement that Litecoin could take is going to shoot us up to $67 to $70. And as you notice, the entire time, you know, this coin shot up, it was nearing the overbought market. It was nearing the overbought RSI. So honestly, it doesn't seem like there may be a major pullback needed for Litecoin to shoot up to $67 within next week. It's very easy. So definitely make sure to hold on to your crypto, hold on to your Litecoin. It doesn't seem like something logically to sell. And I might actually put in a little bit of my short-term, you know, trading money, my play money into Litecoin at this current moment, because I do think it's going to shoot up to $67, and that would be quite profitable from a $59 jump. All the way to 67 is about a $8 gain per coin, and that adds up to a couple $100. That does help me pay off some bills. Furthermore, jumping into Bitcoin, like I said, I do want to keep the episode short. We're about 9 minutes in of maybe a 15-minute video. You can see Bitcoin has, as I drew, a purple support line, which we did discover a couple of days ago. Obviously, all of these charts are accessible on my Patreon. If you guys did want to help support me in the channel, you will get live access to all of my charts, as well as my personal cell phone number and just personal videos that are exclusive videos that YouTube doesn't receive. So if any of that sounds interesting, definitely make sure to check out the Patreon. It's the first link in the description. But otherwise, uptrend is holding very true. We do have 1, 2, 3 confirmations, and we are heading much higher. I do think, similar to Litecoin, Bitcoin should also be heading up much higher. We are slowly steering towards an overbought market, but if things do hold true, we should be able to maybe climb up a little bit higher, potentially hitting that $4,000, $4,100 level of resistance, which is pretty much the red band. Honestly, though, all in all, it is a beautiful market to finally be able to break what line this is, which I'm going to draw in blue. To be able to break this downtrend, this blue line right here, for those of you on mobile, and it might be a little harder to see. This was holding a very, very, very strong level of resistance, probably around a year and a half, and we finally did manage to break bullish from that. Also, some exciting news, guys, as I move on to Ethereum. I have a ton of collaborations and a ton of partnerships to put out on, on the channel very, very, very soon. I have, I think, 3 or 4 very interesting, unique companies that I'm going to be reviewing, as well as some partnerships with some pretty major people in the industry. So definitely make sure to turn on post notifications. I really don't want you to miss out on that. It's actually going to be pretty wild, and you guys are going to be pretty, astonished by the people who would like to collaborate. So definitely make sure to turn on those post notifications and subscribe, because it's going to be pretty wild. Just a spoiler teaser. Otherwise, Ethereum has some sort of ascending triangle that we've been looking at. You can see that it started off back in the beginning of February 9th to be exact. So we've had about, a little over a month now of, support, and we are completing around our ascending triangle, and it's kind of looking very interesting. Unfortunately, the way things like to play out with ascending triangles is they tend to break bearish. Could be wrong in this, in this month. Hopefully, I am wrong, because nobody wants to see the market go down. But if we do break bullish, it would an easy spike to 145, potentially 160 for Ethereum. So I'm definitely getting very close to see what exactly happens with Ethereum. But breaking bearish is what I'm predicting. We could fall as low as 120, which isn't too bad. It's about a $16 drop. But, we're definitely heading up to closing off our ascending triangle, ending off in a very high pressured, angle right here. You can see what I'm referring to. I can kind of draw it out for you guys. You can see how these movements are slowly consolidating down. Using this purple band as support, we could either plop downwards, or we could shoot up, hitting a 144, like I said, all the way to 160 support level, due to the fact that we are about even on the RSI. 54 is very, very, very nice for movements up to higher levels. Lastly, to discuss XRP and then XVG, which is Verge. XRP, I did kind of adjust my chartings just ever so slightly. You can see it's kind of hard to gear where exactly XRP is going to go. It could have broken bearish, but this is XRP to US dollar now on Kraken. I did switch it up a little bit, not looking at Bitcoin. But you can see there is still a symmetrical triangle and downtrend in play. We did see a very, very, very small break to the downside, where we did actually retest our bottom support level, but we did pull back upwards, which is very nice, actually, to see that we're still holding true to this symmetrical triangle. And honestly, this does seem to come to an end right at around the end of March, which is literally a week away. So I'm definitely going to continue to hold out on XRP before I invest into it, because I do think something big is going to come. The fact that this major volume spikes that we've seen in the past slowly consolidating down into a very, very, very thin line is a huge an obvious play that some sort of major, volume is gonna, get injected into XRP's price very, very, very soon. You can see sideways movement on the RSI is also very obvious. Kind of just want to fix this ever so slightly. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Okay. So otherwise, oops, did not mean to do that. Let me put this down real quick. Here we go. Okay, so now moving on to XVG, I did have a Patreon client of mine for supporting the channel. He did ask me to check out XVG, and I promised him I would do that. So I did pull it up. This is the Binance Verge to Bitcoin, and hopefully this does answer your questions, because it's a very touchy topic, Verge. I'm not a true fan of the company behind it, but I know a lot of people are, and I'm pretty conservative with all of my approaches to certain communities and companies. But Verge has a very interesting chart. If we look at this in terms of the 1 week, you can see it did have a very big, pullback, a massive injection in price, and it kind of just seemed to consolidate out. Now you do see how it is sort of this ripple effect, and we did kind of pull back down, but you can see for the most part, yeah, we have flatlined out, and it's not necessarily a good thing. That doesn't mean we're going to break upwards, because as we start to zoom in more so on the weekly, you can kind of see there was a small downtrend that we actually managed to break bullish from. You can see something like this. So hopefully that helps you out. This was kind of the opportunity to invest in. You can see the bottom support right here as we broke bullish, but we did kind of consolidate back down. Now, the thing to notice is we're kind of in a channel right now. Let me bring up this. So, you know, in terms of the weeklies, RSI, it looks okay, plenty of potential to move upwards, but we seem to be, you know, kind of stuck within this channel here where we have a bottom and the top support or top resistance, and it doesn't seem to be playing out that well. It seems to kind of be trapped in here. So we may actually see consolidation within that channel for potentially a long time, you know, because we're looking at that on the weekly. And as you guys can see here, the one positive note is that we are coming into terms with our high-low middle moving average. We are nearing, you know, actually we're not really nearing overbought that much, 55 on the RSI. The green band is playing quite a gruesome role right now where we're facing a lot of withdrawal from that, and until we can probably manage to hold a support at this support right here, and we slowly push the price down to here. If we can hold this true to value, we should be able to break through the green and red band, but that is not for a couple of weeks. We could easily see that get into, you know, mid-April, you know, but I mean, I guess that's short term, a month and a half, but nothing I would stay too, you know, it's not a coin at the current moment where I would stay too focused on because it doesn't seem to have a potential breakout. Could be totally wrong. Now that I'm looking at this chart, there does seem to be one thing that could potentially be drawn on. So I guess thank you for bringing this up. There is an ascending, you know, triangle forming. So here, check this out. So this kind of shortens the pot down to maybe the end of March, which is also where most of our altcoins are kind of leading up towards. So you can see with this ascending triangle, a lot of resistance up here. We're probably going to consolidate out. So to draw it out for you guys, something like this, either followed by a break to this support or a break up, is very, very, very possible. But good point. I did notice that there was a small ascending triangle forming on the daily, which should be holding true. You can also see there is one forming on the RSI as well. To draw that out for you guys, something similar to that you can see right there. But for the most part, definitely maybe keep an eye on it. I'd say towards the end of March we could see a potential move with that, but there are other altcoins too that I do think are better investments. But otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're doing a giveaway, like I said, at 10,000 subs for some free cryptocurrency, so who doesn't like that? Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.